You're holding a bag that costs $4,200. The woman who made it earned $1.40 an hour. The leather came from a tannery in a city you've never heard of. The dye used to color it is banned in 7 countries. The factory it was assembled in will never appear on the brand's website. And the CEO who signed off on all of it rang the opening bell on the Paris Bourse this morning, smiling in a navy suit while the stock hit an all-time high. That bag in your hands isn't luxury, it's a story. And someone decided a long time ago exactly how much that story was worth and exactly how much of the truth would be left out of it. So what is actually inside the machine that makes a $4,200 bag feel like a $4,200 bag? And who pays the price no one puts on the label? Let's start with the first lie. Luxury brands do not sell products. They sell distance. Distance from ordinary. Distance from mass market. Distance from the version of you that shops at a mall. The product is almost incidental. What you're paying for is the feeling that you have arrived somewhere not everyone can reach. This is not accidental. It is engineered down to the millimeter. The lighting in an Hermès store is calibrated to make skin look better. The scent pumped through the air conditioning is proprietary. The salespeople are trained not to approach customers immediately because urgency signals need, and luxury cannot need you. It must be the other way around. The gross margin on a luxury handbag sits between 70 and 90%. A bag retailing at $4,200 costs the brand somewhere between $400 and $800 to produce. That includes materials, labor, and assembly. The rest? Brand equity, story, distance. LVMH, the conglomerate that owns Louis Vuitton, Dior, Fendi, Givenchy, and 72 other brands, posted $86 billion in revenue in 2023. Their operating margin on fashion and leather goods, over 40%. There is no other industry on earth that sustains those margins on physical goods. The artisan narrative is luxury's most profitable mythology. The brands say, handcrafted, generational craft, hours of labor, masters of their trade. The reality is a tiered supply chain. The design happens in Paris. The cutting and primary assembly happens in workshops in Italy or Portugal, some legitimately artisanal, many operating on compressed margins and long hours. The raw materials, leather, hardware, fabric, are increasingly sourced from suppliers in Asia and South America, where environmental regulations are weaker and labor costs are lower. A 2023 investigation found subcontractors for a major French luxury house paying migrant workers in Tuscany, yes, Tuscany, as little as €3 an hour. No contracts, no benefits. Made in Italy on the label. Everything else buried. The story costs nothing to print. Here is something the luxury industry does not advertise. Burning product is strategy. Burberry made headlines in 2018 when it was revealed the brand had destroyed $28 million worth of unsold goods in a single year, rather than discount them, donate them, or let them reach secondary markets. The reason given: brand protection. Scarcity is the product. Abundance destroys the price, so the price is maintained by destroying the supply. This is the second mechanism, the artificial weight. A Birkin bag is not available for purchase. You cannot walk into Hermès, select a Birkin, and buy it. The official line is that demand outpaces supply, that Hermès craftspeople working in small ateliers simply cannot make them fast enough. Each bag takes 15 to 25 hours of skilled labor to produce. The brand employs roughly 5,000 craftspeople in France. The math is deliberate. A Birkin that retails at $10,000 trades on the secondary market for $20,000 to $500,000, depending on material and rarity.
Hermès has never officially acknowledged managing this gap. They don't need to. The gap is the product. In 2023, Hermès revenue exceeded $13 billion. Their Birkin waitlist, a list that officially doesn't exist, is estimated to contain over 1 million names globally. The brand's stock has outperformed the S&P 500 over the last decade, not because they make bags, because they have industrialized desire itself. The consumer who believes they are buying craftsmanship is in many cases buying manufactured mythology at a premium, financed by people working under conditions the brand's Instagram account will never show. The burn rate on brand perception is managed in boardrooms, by lawyers, by PR firms that specialize in making investigations disappear before they reach the business press. You're not buying into luxury, you're buying into a system that has made your desire into a revenue model. Most people think of luxury brands as independent houses, heritage institutions with distinctive DNA, each with its own creative director and story. They are not, they are portfolio assets. LVMH, controlled by Bernard Arnault and his family, owns Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Celine, Givenchy, Fendi, Bulgari, Tag Heuer, Moet and Chandon, and 65 other brands.
Kering, controlled by the Pinault family, owns Gucci, Saint Laurent, Bottega Veneta, Balenciaga, Alexander McQueen. Richemont, controlled by the Rupert family of South Africa, owns Cartier, Van Cleef & Arpels, IWC, Piaget, and a dozen more.
3 families, combined personal wealth exceeding $200 billion. Between them, they control the aesthetic aspirations of a significant portion of the global middle and upper class. Bernard Arnault, at his peak in 2023, was the richest person on earth. His wealth, $211 billion, was built almost entirely on the compounding of desire. LVMH's market cap exceeded $500 billion. This is not a fashion company. This is an empire built on the distance between what things cost to make and what people believe they are worth. When luxury consolidates into conglomerates, the individual brands become instruments in a portfolio optimization strategy. Creative directors are hired for cultural capital. Their names generate press. They make the brand feel like art. Then they are fired when the numbers don't move fast enough. John Gallion, Riccardo Tisci, Rolf Simons at Calvin Klein, Kim Jones at Dior Men, Alessandro Michele at Gucci. These are not departures, they are rotations. The machine does not attach to people, it attaches to revenue lines. The artisan in Tuscany doesn't know who the creative director is. He knows his invoice, he knows the deadline, he knows the margin his workshop is being squeezed to. Here is what luxury has always understood, and what it will never tell you. The desire is real. The story is not. You feel something when you hold the bag, wear the watch, pour the wine. That feeling is not fake. It is a genuine human response to beauty, to craftsmanship, to the sense that something was made with care. The industry did not invent that feeling. It captured it, packaged it, and built a $350 billion annual market on top of it. The woman who made the bag at 2 a.m. for $1.40 an hour also made something beautiful. That part was real. What was not real was the distance, the idea that the bag belongs to a different world than the factory. They are the same world. They have always been the same world. Luxury is the art of making you forget that. The machine does not stop. It never needed you to understand it. It only needed you to want it.